They sheltered with old allies, bribed mercenaries, and slept in ruined watchtowers. Rumors reached them daily. Kendrick crowned himself Duke of León, parading before the nobles. He claimed Isabella had confessed her deceit on her deathbed, calling herself a fraud. Worse still, the Empire's emissary, Princess Alara, sent letters recognizing Kendrick's claim in exchange for his loyalty. Isabella read the stolen missives by firelight, trembling with rage. "She's bought my throne for the price of her pride," she spat. Lucien took the letters and fed them to the flames. "Then we buy it back with blood." Months passed. Loyalists within León waited, sending coded messages, supplies, news of Kendrick's cruelty. He bled the duchy dry with new taxes to fund mercenaries, tortured suspected traitors, executed anyone speaking Isabella's name. The city groaned under tyranny. At last, in secret council around a smoky hearth, Isabella clenched her fist over a map. "We strike at dawn. We cut the head from the snake." Lucien met her eyes, dark and calm. "We'll take your city back." Isabella smiled without warmth. "No, we'll burn out the rot and make it new." The night of the assault came black and cold. Isabella's small loyalist force gathered beneath moonless skies. She wore battered armor, León's silver sigil half-polished, half-scarred. A black cloak billowed behind her in the wind. Lucien stood at her side, sword drawn. He caught her eye. "No mercy?" Isabella's voice was like flint striking steel. "None." They infiltrated the city through old tunnels. Kendrick's mercenaries were drunk, celebrating their final victory after executing dozens of suspected rebels that morning. Isabella moved like a ghost through her own streets. At the citadel gate, she raised her hand. Torches flared along the walls, the signal. Loyal guards turned on Kendrick's men in the courtyard, cutting them down before they could shout. She strode through the gore-slick flagstones, eyes ablaze. "This is León," she roared. "It will not bow to usurpers." Inside the throne room, Kendrick waited. He wore León's crown. Blood stained his surcoat. His eyes were wild. "You're dead," he hissed when he saw her. "I buried you." Isabella's lip curled. "You buried a thief in my clothes." Kendrick lunged. Steel rang on marble. Lucien blocked his first slash, driving Kendrick back. Isabella advanced, blade steady. "Kneel," she ordered. Kendrick spat blood. "I'd sooner die." "That can be arranged." They clashed. Kendrick was strong but furious, sloppy. Isabella ducked a killing blow and rammed her sword into his ribs. He fell, gasping. She twisted the blade. "León bows to no tyrant," she whispered. When she withdrew her sword, he slumped, lifeless, to the floor. Blood cooled on the marble floors. Kendrick's corpse lay sprawled in a spreading pool. Isabella turned slowly, breath ragged. The hall was filled with her nobles, those who had conspired, those who had hesitated, those who had simply been too afraid. Many knelt immediately, heads bowed, but others stayed standing, faces pale and defiant. Lord Ravencroft, the oldest of them, sneered. "You dare sit that throne after deceiving us all these years?" Isabella's jaw tightened. She wiped blood from her blade, letting the metal sing as she sheathed it. She walked to the dais. "I dared, yes. And you know why? Because my father chose me." Murmurs. She slammed her hand on the arm of the throne. "He knew this realm needed an heir with brains, with steel, not just a cock between his legs." Ravencroft scowled. "You're a woman." Isabella's eyes blazed. "I am the Duke of León. I bled for these lands. I starved beside my soldiers. I buried my friends. What have you done, my lord? Written letters?" The hall went silent. She stepped down. If you want me gone, draw steel. Let's see who León truly follows." None moved. Isabella's voice softened, hoarse with fury and grief. "I know you hate me. I know you think I lied. But I would do it all again if it meant saving León." She drew a dagger and held it out, hilt first. If you think I'm unworthy, then kill me now. Be rid of me. Or kneel, and help me rebuild." One by one, the nobles dropped to their knees. Silence ruled the throne room. Kneeling nobles trembled before her. Isabella let the dagger drop, the clatter echoing like thunder. She climbed the steps and sat on the ducal throne. "Rise," she commanded. "León needs workers more than corpses." They stood slowly, uncertain. Isabella's voice was iron. "Kendrick is dead. The Empire will demand explanation. Taxes must be rebuilt. Farms must be replanted. And every coward who fled must be welcomed home if they swear loyalty." Lord Ravencroft swallowed hard. "And you? Will you remain?" Isabella's gaze swept them. "I was born for this. I will die for this." When the hall cleared, Lucien remained behind. He looked exhausted, blood on his surcoat, hair damp with sweat. She slumped against the throne's arm, eyes closing. He knelt beside her. "It's done." She didn't speak. He touched her cheek. "Isabella, open your eyes." She forced them open, meeting his stare. His voice was low, unsteady. "Do you still want this? This throne? This life?" Her answer was a ragged whisper. "If I leave, León burns. If I stay, I burn." He took her hand. "Then let me burn with you." She let out a broken laugh that turned into a sob, and she fell into his arms. Outside, the bells tolled, not for death, but for victory. The people of León gathered in the square. When Isabella stepped onto the balcony in battered armor, her hair loose, the crowd fell silent. She didn't promise them glory. She didn't promise them peace. She only promised she would fight for them until her last breath. And they cheered her name.